Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity. I run my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
C'est au-dessus de moi, encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas loupé nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a un point qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique n'a pas loupé, t'as bien de moi avec moi au Ndé. En ce moment, on va battre au moins, n'est-ce pas? Mon temps d'hier, t'as mon mouillé, on s'est battu pour moi, il pleure. Abela lo kan yo. Ka go so duro. Hey. Awaye. Ati o wa. Yao. Abela lo kan yo. Bibi to jogba yi. Bibi to nyoba. Ma ti si mo kan yo. Manager Gigi. Ouais, t'es jamais forcé. Si tu connais. L'animateur Choco, Nosca, Yacine de Toyebi. L'homme a tout fait pour Mivito. Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Du sucre dans les bords. Chaque été, il est gros. Maté. Il peut m'envoyer. Vous voulez un bébé, bon habillé. Va faire un bébé, on dit, moi, non, on ne veut pas dire de vous voulez un bébé, ouais, t'as la bonne, ouais, non, de l'homme. Avec tes bons. Mais tu sais, tu as bien, oui, non, on ne veut pas dire, ouais, bah, elles sont pas.
Samson told Liberal Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight for joining us. Thank you for joining. Please share this video as much as you can. Please share it to as many people as you can. We hope to reach as many people tonight as possible. Please share this video. We ask you to please share it. It's very important to have this video shared, please, if you can. Again, Samson told Liberal Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight. I've been tuning into the Liberal Public Radio. It's a wonderful thing to have you here. Because of you, we are here. We say thank you very much. It's wonderful to have friends like you. Why do we want to go outside? Anything else? Thanks for your support. Your strong support make us to be to where we are. Thank you very much. Continue that support. Hopefully, we will try to do what we can to make sure you're happy with your support. And this is something that we've all been praying for. And to see us together again tonight, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. Thank you, folks. Samson to Liberal Public Radio. Again, Again, Samson to Liberal Public Radio. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. And Lord, we ask that you continue to guide us. We want to thank you for the blessing you poured on us, on all our family, friends, those that are in need, and Lord, you are there. Those that will be in need, Lord, you will be there. Because of you, we are here. Because of you, we will be here again tomorrow. My Lord, you are the greatest. You're the wonderful, wonderful person. Because we know you, our lives are better. All of us, lives we have, is just better because of you. Because of your involvement in our life, we continue to improve our lives. Something to have. To have that kind of backing is wonderful. Can you imagine a man in charge of Samson to happiness? My goodness. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, my Lord. I want to thank you. Again, my Lord, we want to thank you for this wonderful day. We're here again to have discussion with our brothers and sisters. We ask you to guide our tongues, guide our mind. My Lord, we're human beings like any other person, jealous, say, envious, it's all full in us. Have it within us to be jealous. Have it within us to be envious. We have it within us to hate. But my God, we ask you tonight again to come and declare that this body and this mind is free of all the hate, envious, and jealousy. We will be discussing issues pertaining to our country. We will do so with your backing. We ask you to take complete control, guide our thoughts, guide the mouth we open in public. You are a wonderful person. We want to thank you. My Lord, we ask that you bless the Republic of Liberia. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Bless the president. Give him long life. He has a mission, my Lord. He has a mission, and you have already approved of that mission. Because of your approval of that mission, the president is here to carry on. Please, my Lord, give him long life. Give him energy. Give him strength to carry on that mission, to help us, help Liberia to realize exactly where he wants to take us. I want to thank you for that spirit. My Lord, we ask that you bless the people of the Republic of Liberia. Continue to guide us, all of us. My Lord, you know, we have Liberian diaspora. We have two tables. We have a table here in the diaspora, and we have a table back home. But because of the blessing, because of the opportunity that you provided to us, my Lord, we are able to take care of two tables because of you, no one else. You wake us up in the morning and go to work. You give us the strength to work. You give us the ideas how to maintain the two table. Oh, my Lord, we want to thank you. 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 Because of what you put in us, give us the ability to do what we want to do for our brothers and sisters. Back home and here. Thank you. Thank you for the spirits of forgiveness. Thank you. Thank you for the spirits of love. Thank you. Thank you for the spirit of understanding. My Lord, thank you. Thank you. I can stay here all night and just keep telling you thank you. I don't even have to say anything. And those that are watching me will be in agreement with you. Because of you, we will say thank you. That's all we have. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you. And we ask for more and long life. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you. Specifically for me and my family. Thank you tonight. Thank you for your spirit. My Lord, we ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks. Samson told I brought up radio. I'm here again this evening to have some tabata of my own. And I say tabata because I will be talking tabata of my own. Very important, very important, very important. Very important that we'll continue to speak tabata of my own. My Lord, we're here. Folks, again, Samson told I brought up radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in. It's a wonderful thing to have you behind us. Because you are behind us, we can see your support. We appreciate your support. And we are going to be going into issues because of you. Thank you. So let's go ahead. Let's start the program. Folks. We've been away for quite a while. Thank you for the Monday afternoon. We'll be here again tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Mr. So will be here. Most likely, he will be joining me here very shortly, I hope. And panelists, I sent the link out already. Please, if you have the time, join me. So there's one specific thing I want to talk about tonight that is going around in the social media. From my perspective, though, I'm coming from a different position. I'm not here to say who doing what and what they're doing, whatever they're going to do, how they're going to get it. No, if they say they're going to get it, thank God. I'm talking specifically of what the Liberian people call yellow machine. And in construction terms, many of those machines are called earth-moving machine and construction machine. They have names. They have dozer, they have grader, they have front-end loader, they have backhoe, a diesel backhoe. They have all of those things. They're different, and they function differently. And I'll come to you from the perspective of a construction person tonight. Now, my understanding that they're going to have the equipment to maintain the road and to help for rehab process of the road, which is wonderful. If they do that, I promise you, I will go to Grand Jita and spend at least 2-3 months in Grand Jita preparing them how these equipment are to be used and where they need to use certain equipment. So that's my own pledge. I see people are trying to bring this machine in. Now, from what I'm sitting here, they said each of the county going to have 15 equipments. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. My goodness. 15 equipments. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. No, 19 equipment each. Wonderful. But the question is, they said the Minister of Public Work, who is non-engineer, have no idea what the machine will do for him. He's a manager. And they said he was in the process. And they also have, I believe, another Minister of Public Work and some other person, they were involved, which is wonderful. But when they start doing the process of selecting the type of machine that they're going to get for each of these counties, it'll be better to ask construction people and engineers, because you cannot give people 2 front-end loaders because they're yellow machine. They're all yellow machine. So we'll get them 2 yellow machine, 19 yellow machine, they said. What type are you going to be giving them? Are you giving them dozer? And what type of dozer are you going to get? D15? D27? What type of dozer are you going to give them? And what is the reason? What are they going to do with it? Are you going to give them front-end loader? Are you going to give them backhoe? Are you going to give them bobcat? Are you going to give them diesel backhoe? What are you going to give them? Those are the kinds of stuff that I hope our people should not just be anxious to take anything. And they will be anxious to take anything if they're just as what they always been, bullheaded, believing they know. When they know, they don't know. Because when you know you don't know and speak to those that you know you don't know, people respect you more. But these guys, they will sit on thinking, said they know. When they know, they don't know. So you go over there, they give you a list of yellow machine. You call them yellow machine. They give you a list of yellow machine. Okay, oh yeah, it's shiny. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to take a front end loader to grade? Which I've seen them doing in Grand Gita, taking front end loader to grade. Taking front end loader. Listen to the front end loader. Front end loader. And they're using it to grade. How ridiculous that is. The grading process the grader itself has a blade that can tilt either way. And the reason why they tilt is for them to create grades. Front end loader, they go boom, pick it up and dump it in. And you're using it to grade. It's not going to be tilting one way unless you're going to fall down. So those who are going to be responsible, and the newspaper is also saying that they will bring some engineer from the defense ministry. Wonderful, wonderful idea. Are they going to get strippers, which we call pen, by the way? Some of the earth moving equipment. Are they going to get scrapers? Back when we call it tenepo. So let me just call it real knee, the one we call in total tenepo. Are they going to give us that? So the equipment, the yellow machine that are coming 19, they say I'm not going to go into how they're going to get it and what have you. That's politics later on. They will deal with it. Folks will deal with it. But for now, I'm only going strictly for the ability and what it's supposed to do for us. What's going on with my set? Let me see. What? What's going on with my set? Okay, folks, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to set it up. I'm trying to settle in. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, what day? So, folks, join me, Samson to Labrampa Reader. So the issue of the yellow machine, for you is yellow machine. For me, it's not just yellow machine. You got to go a little bit deeper than that. For rehabilitation roles, to rehabilitate the roads, the most for me, there are 2 to 3 basic equipment that you're gonna need. You need a front end loader. There's no question asked. You need trucks, maybe 1 or 2. You need 2 or 3, so to speak. You need backhoe, whatever the number they want to use, backhoe, but it have to be heavy duty backhoe. You need bobcat. You also need a grader. Now, there are different type of grader for different purpose, but for what is happening in Granada, the olden time grader will work. Because the grader nowadays, they're so sensitive. They have computer operating the grading system because they're so sensitive. They want it to the minimum 0.00005%, if that's what they want. That's how accurate these graders are nowadays. Now, what would be the point of taking that kind of thing to graduate for it to rot? So give them something that still they use hand and put the button down. I mean, put the gear down and then it go wing and slow down like that. It's still going to function the same way. Nothing's going to change. But this is what we're talking about. So if you have the county superintendent, the rural development, at the minister for rural development, they must, by this time, see, this is what they do, that sometimes they find themselves in big trouble. Because if I were there, and if I was minister at this time, with all of these noise that going around, I would tune them out and study the different type of yellow machine and what the purpose are. And how these yellow machines, they're not just yellow machine. Let me go a little bit into this. I have a book. So I have a book here. But they're not just yellow machine. These yellow machines are strictly for construction, road construction, and many other construction purposes. That's fine. But those that are used on the road, the contractor that have owned these yellow machines, when they get them, if you go into the catalog of these yellow machines, they tell you the operational time. They tell you the angle of turning. And they tell you how fast it's going from turning this point to this and turning that direction, 100, 200, 180 or whatever you're going to have. Okay? Most of them go 360 anyway. And they tell you their capacity, the capacity of the bucket, how much it poured out to put in a truck. When you put it down, how long does it take the hand to grab the dirt, bring it out, and put it in the dump truck? How many buckets would it take to fill the dump truck? All time sensitive. So in the menu, they tell you the angles. They tell you the weight. They tell you the balance of those equipments. They give you everything. They tell you everything. The reason here is when you're doing an estimate for the contractor, you need to know these things, because based on that, you can put the time, how long a machine going to take to do a specific job. Say, for example, it takes this, say the backhoe, it's going to take the backhoe, say 1 hour to dig 500 cubic yards. I'm just being ridiculous. Okay. How many cubic yards we have here? We got 500. Okay, it's going to take an hour. Okay. How much the equipment operator is paid? How many dollars fuel we're going to put in the equipment? How long will we take the equipment to transport it up to the job site? All of those things are going to be paid within that 500 cubic yard of dirt that this machine going to be taking. And I don't want to bore you with the engineering aspect of the construction or estimating aspect of it. So don't just go over there and take any old machine and say, yes, this is the machine that they're going to do X, Y, and Z. Okay? So the idea of these people say, I'm not talking about how the yellow machine going to get to Monrovia or who's going to bring it in. But when these machines are brought in, those who are going to be doing the selection, they must consult construction people. Because, for example, if you take front end loader and you leave a grader behind, I also forget to mention the roller to compact your dirt. If you take and they have different rollers, they got sheet foot roller, they have the drum, they have vibrators. So they have those different rollers to compact the area that you're concerned with. So those are things you need to look at as well. But if you go, for example, the sheet foot roller, you can only use it in certain soil type. You can't take the sheet foot roller and put it on the sandy soil type. It's not going to hold because it's going to continue to shear. You can't take the sheet foot roller and put it on clay. It's not going. It's going to punch hole in the clay and going to defeat the purpose of the clay, and the clay becomes soupy. Samson told. The liberal is having a good time this afternoon, folks. No, I'm just giving it to you as it is. I'm just giving it to you as it is. So if you're going to ask these people, Fatuma, good evening, madam. Thank you for joining us. The liberal is just going all out here. If you're going to ask to get certain equipment for your county, consult construction people. Let them tell you what equipment you're going to need. Not what equipment you want, but what you're going to need to do the job. Many of these counties, they'll be better to have dozer. What size dozer? That's okay. I don't know. What size dozer? But the dozer is the one we call caterpillar. The one that can push the dirt and push the tree down. It goes like that, boom, and then it initiate the road building process by clearing the topsoil, so to speak. Then after the dozer leaves, and if you're still going to be cutting down some more, then you bring the pen. They call it scraper. The pen come and scrape the dirt at the same time filling the back of it. And they use that dirt from one point to fill in another section. Because your road that you're going to be building is not all flat. You're going to go up and down, up and down. So when you're up here, you cut that and fill it in so you can continue to have a smooth road. So if you go in there and you look at the shining color of the yellow machine you're calling, you say, oh, yeah, give me that one. Give it. Before you look, you have equipment that will be duplicating in terms of functionality. So it's not something you can just sneeze at. Okay? You have to, and this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying right now, you don't have to take it from me. You can go on Google right now and say earth moving equipment, and they will list the different type of earth moving equipment. And when you click on any of it, it will tell you what it does. Okay? Most of you in the county that might be asking for this yellow machine, ask for more trucks. It's important to have more trucks because you will be moving the dirt from one point to another. You cannot move the dirt, and that's what they do. I saw that doing that in Grandview. Using front end loader, fill it, and then take that front end loader to be a transport machine for them. They fill the bucket of the front end loader and go, and they keep going for maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes until they dump it. That's not a job for the front end loader. They say front end loader is load things. They also, when I watched them in Grandview, they use the front end loader to grade. The front end loader, when you drive it, goes up and down like that. So how you grade something smooth when you're going up like that? While I'm at it, let me throw this picture in, folks. On your right, the blue suit, President Weah. On your left, the broom man. But what I want you to pay attention to is on your left hand. Let's start from the broom man. That's considered gonglo. You see the truck over there? You see the wire behind the truck? They're trying to pull another car out of the mud. And all that mud is not even deeper than in most areas. It's not that mud that the councilor walking. It's not even deeper more than 3 feet. If you were to take now you can't use front end loader to clean it. You can't do that. But you have to have a skilled operator to be able to use the front end loader to clean that mud. Okay. Now, on the other hand, on the side of President Weah, you see where his 2 feet are? That's a clean spot. That's we call it wheel load. We call those wheel load. So President Weah is walking in that wheel load. The truck behind the president, he's not gonna get where President Weah is walking. That's exactly what that wheel of the right wheel of that truck behind going to be. If he goes anything outside of that, he's gonna get stuck. You will also use the front end loader, not by much. At this dry one here, you'll be better to even use grader, because it's only going to take like maybe 3-4 inches, and you'll be meeting dry soil, dry clay. Okay, so those are the kinds of things you go want if you're going to meet, because the road that is being built right now by rescue, it's not going to stay. You will need a machine to maintain it. So that's what I have for you tonight. I don't see anybody in the bike. So let me go on with more Tabata. So that's what I want to say about the issue of the yellow machine tonight. For me, it's not about who's bringing in, what they bring in, who's signing, or who. No, that's not about that. I just want those who will want to select the yellow machine, that they consult either engineers or construction engineers to help them in the process of selecting proper machine for their county. Let me go on to another Tabata, okay? And this one is about us as Liberians. People they've been complaining that Liberians are not being made to be millionaires. Liberians should be given opportunity to run their economy. Fine, good. But we are corrupt. There are few Liberians now in the diaspora that are trying to collect money to take business back home. Oh, that would be fun. There's a representative right now. I'm not going to tell you where they come from, but the representative, when the representative was here in the United States, that person took money from other Liberians. And up to now, those Liberians have not gotten back their money yet. That's what we do. Why you think all of these section organizations, county organizations, always have issue with money? Because when they see money, they don't have respect for themselves. So people who want to collect money to go and do business in Liberia, 10, 15 Liberians to invest into someone else to go and do business in Liberia. We are corrupt. It's not going to work. You want to do business, you do your own business by yourself, that's different. But you put another group of Liberians together and say, let's go and do business, you got problem. You got serious problem. Because we are very corrupt. We Liberians are very corrupt. If you were to put the same Liberian group, 15, 20 of them, and say, let's do business here, or let's get into business to sell stock and what have you, they will not do anything foolish in this country. Because they know if they start foolishness, people are going to go to jail. And they have thrown some Liberians in jail before. But you say Liberia, let's collect money so we will take business to Liberia. President Obama not going to be able to help you with that because the business is not even going to survive. The corrupt behavior of each other. They don't even, as soon as they start getting the money, they don't even trust each other anyway. So they're not going to be successful. But the main thing is, why are we like that? Why are we like that? We're just going to beat around this thing over and over. Why are we like that? And these are my opinions, folks. I'm entitled to them. The reason I believe that many of us, if we try to put something together, I'll use myself as an example. So before my sister, brothers, I brought about 11 or 12 of them here. But before they came, my mom and dad were here. I just graduated from college. I decided to go into business, construction business. So I was doing business when they got here. So, okay, well, you guys come and work for me. So they used to work for me. I have them on the payroll. For example, I was paying my sister on the payroll $17 an hour. In real life, I was giving her $3 an hour. She's still pissed with me today. So the even $3 an hour at the end of 2 weeks, if I were to pay her, at that time they had just gotten here. She doesn't know much. So I will hold the $300-$400 like this. And then I count it. So when I count one, as soon as then I bend the other one, put it into, by the time I count the 400, I will count it 3 times, 4 times. By the time I count it, then I turn it, get it 20 in there. By the time I'm done counting, she most likely going to get 150. But that's my sister. So there's no question. There's no big deal about that. But I'm just showing you something. So if we said, okay, let's put money together, very serious, let's put money together and take business back home. Okay, it's not going to work because even friendship, people who are friends, business in Liberia, it don't work. It don't work. Because the first thing is, when each of us see this huge sums of money, we think, okay, now you see it, now you're done. So for us to say we want to do business in Liberia, it's not going to work. Okay, we say we want the government to open the rice market. We want the government to open the market so that some of us that have a business savvy will be able to enter. So most likely you also want the government to give you contract. Has it not happened before? Many Liberians during Madam Salif time went over there and got contract. They got paid. They left. Did nothing. Nothing. Even right now, you got some senators, representatives that have businesses, registered businesses. Okay? Yeah, competition. Yeah, I couldn't compute correct. You really, you on board with me. That's right. But anyhow, so you have those people, they go and have contract from government agency and they get paid, but they don't do the work. And you want to go now to say you want to be some sort of you want to get involved into investing in Liberia, and you want to make some investment. First of all, the confusion that's going to be among you guys, you're not going to be able to handle it. And they quote in Liberia, give justice to those who pay them. We know those things. Only a few times when the justice is bent so much on your side that the court cannot and will not be able to bend it the other way. It doesn't matter how much money they try to get. Okay? And so those are the only thing. There's so many Liberians, brothers and sisters in the diaspora that have tried to join together to do business in Liberia, and it never turned out correct. They always ended up in confusion. Unless you, individual, take your business back home, and you can put up with all of the other nyama thing where you would want to take money from you. You can do business if you can afford that. The only thing that I see that can happen, only thing that I see as far as I'm concerned, is government to identify certain Liberians. It's okay. We'll give you this contract. Just like they did with Doe, I believe it was Doe administration, where the U.S. sent people over there to manage the affair of the Liberian economy, pretty much. So if the government gives you contract as a Liberian, they send people in to audit you every week. Every week, you must be audited. Because the reason I'm saying this is, you also as a Liberian, by you getting contract, you will be able to employ young Liberians to work for you. But if the government says you have the money, sometimes they don't even pay the young people. They say, well, I don't got money, yo. They already got him paid. They say, I don't got money, yo. Sometimes the young people don't get paid for 4 or 5 months. And they come to work every day. Every day. Every day. And sometimes the contractor themselves don't get paid from the government. But yet still the government expects these people to perform. And those who get paid don't do nothing. Those who don't get paid continue to work because they tell their family we're working. Liberia is a mess. It's a mess. And that's why the foreigner, when it comes in, I believe they're always successful because they don't fool around. And the Liberian people respect them because that's not their country. You fool around, they pack up their stuff and leave. And that's why most of the contract, they always get some sort of advancement. So with the Liberian government or whoever giving them advancement, the next time you don't pay them, they pack up their stuff and leave. You heard recently there's a gold, some kind of a mine of timber, logging company left their stuff and left. The foreigner, that's not their country. And that's why they're more respected in Liberia. Because Liberians know that you fool around with them, they will leave. But when they come to their own, we, Liberians ourselves, are so corrupt that many of our compatriots don't even respect us. They don't like us to have a business because they know we're not going to do it. What are you going to do? The first thing, what are you going to do? Go sue me, man. Because they know the court system. They tell you to go sue them. The government of the Republic of Liberia need to build white-collar crime jail. Build as many as you can. Anyone, representative, senator, whoever that is, and establish true judiciary system. Call the Supreme Court to the White House, to the executive manager. Said these things, if people cannot apply these laws, those people, we would go to the Senate and make sure these people get replaced. Build as many jail as you can. Make sure these people are adjudicated, that's for sure. And if they're found guilty with their white tie and whatever tie, throw them in jail. If you're a senator and you brought in a company and the people, the government agency give you contract, and the contract specifically state how long the project, and you're not performing, pay back or you go to jail. Pay back or we seize all of your access, including your house, cars, It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That is the only way that this thing gonna be able to help us. Other than that, you know how many years the Lebanese been in our country and continue to get rich? Money is green. It has no specific need. Money can't come. I want Liberian people. I only want Lebanese people. No, money don't know where you're going if you know how to make the money. And those Liberians among us that are rich, what exactly are they selling in our country to get rich like that? What type of product? What type of product that they were selling to get filthy rich like that? What kind of business they're doing in Liberia to get filthy rich like that? What is it about us? Inherently corrupt. Liberians are just corrupt as far as I see it. I could be wrong, but I'm saying President Baka has invited so many young people. They're going to fail again. Because first thing they all want is what's in it for me. Give them opportunity, they will take it. President Baka need to build as many white crime jail in Liberia, white collar crime jail in Liberia, and just have a code specifically set up for that. Samson told President Baka, as Samson told, to come be door catcher in Liberia. If I'm catching door, I must report how many doors I'm catching a day. I must show that I'm definitely catching door. And if the government give me $5 to catch door, I must spend that $5 on the door catching business. I shouldn't go to Lapa Bido after spending the $5 that I say I catch door when I know I don't catch no door. So the government of the Republic of Liberia will get out of it. There's no question asked. But President Baka need to stand up. The statement he made the other day at the retreat is very poignant. I mean, very, very much on point. But President Baka gonna have to back that up. The young people, let President Baka understand that the young people you employ, they are not the only smart Liberians. Where they come from, there are a lot of Liberians that are still there. Let me bring in Terry quickly. Thank you for joining me, Terry. Appreciate it. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right. So President Baka needs to understand.
Okay.
Thank you. President Baka needs to understand that where those young people come from, there are many young people like that. If you bring Samson Toe in as a dog catcher, and I start giving you Huawei, President Baka, throw me in jail. That means I don't deserve to be respected. Disgrace me. Because if I come in there and they're not able to perform, if I cannot perform, let me tell you, I am unable. And we can part our way peacefully. But if I pretend that I can do it when I know I cannot do it, and take money that don't belong to me, it's not just you, President Baka, that I'm hurting, but I'm hurting Liberian on your behalf. And President Baka, you know you came in here for a specific purpose. You're not young anymore. You're not here for kumbaya. You're not here for you to ride fancy car. You're not here to dress. That's not what you're here for. God put you here. God gave you this opportunity to help the young people. And if the young people are not coming in to help themselves, President Baka, throw us in jail. Throw us in jail. Let me bring in Terry. Mr. So, good evening. Thank you very much for joining me as well.
Why you reluctantly welcoming me? And then Terry, Mr. Soul, let me bring you in. Are you afraid that I'm here?
Mr. So, thank you for joining me. I'm just saying, the old man need to open the jail. Don't throw me in jail in Grand Gila. Grand Gila, I'm a county. You throw me in jail in Grand Gila, the people will start speaking heavy crime. They will start giving me all kind of nyama thing. Throw me in jail somewhere. Better yalla. Make better for all the crime people that will be corrupt. Have a better yalla in Lofa County. All the people from Lofa that will be corrupt have a better yalla in Sino, and you switch them around like that. And we'll sooner or later we'll learn when we start going to jail. By the time we come from jail, white hair, we will learn. This thing is just getting too much. But let me bring in these three gentlemen. Mr. So, thank you. Mr. Terry Collins, thank you very much. Terry, what's on your plate this evening?
You seem nervous this evening.
Mr. So, the liberal has opinion. The liberal can express his opinion.
Hey, Fatuma, Fatuma, good evening. The liberals.
She's not talking to you. She's talking to me.
Oh, please.
Go ahead, Terry. Go ahead. What's on your plate this evening?
Yeah, liberal. Thank you for the show, and Mr. So, welcome on board. Yeah, you hear me?
Please don't try to do your tabata and then try to disturb my show here tonight. You came in, we have no echo, nothing. Please go ahead, Terry.
The Israeli, but anyway, Labor, you already have a lot of things on your plate that you're discussing tonight. And a lot of things you're discussing that is very important. You talk about the road and all the machine, the yellow machine, which have been the most talked about issue now. That everybody running with yellow machine all over Facebook and all of that. Liberians are just interesting people. We are just kind of interesting that little things can be highlighted from politicians, and because that is how politicians get people involved to buy into their sentiment. And today they become president whatsoever. But yeah, my attention is actually drawn to the government inability to function the way we expect. President Boka is slow. President Boka is not fully disseminating information in the way we expect, and it's causing problem. It's causing problem, and it's causing
let me speak the real Liberian English. Those of us that supported this president, their lack of explanation and not truthfulness, but their lack of slowness is running our stomach.
Right. That's the part. They're not getting on top of the game. Expect President
Terry, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
You get me? You getting me?
Yeah, you were breaking up.
I think that's the wave.
Are you there? Huh?
Yeah.
You gotta go in and come back.
Let me go. Let me go out. Let me go out.
Yeah, thank you.
Nervousness grabbing there. I am here. They're getting nervous. Any of people
what people get nervous for? Go ahead. What's on your plate, Mr. So?
Look, it's interesting. When new things happening, people, talk about it. Me, I say I always speak the fire. I'm not like you, the Terry, the Jerry back on who always get this thing here. Look, the president, the government is on the right trajectory. There was a reason those images. Anyway, let Terry is back. Let he go ahead.
Okay, Terry, go ahead. Make your point, my brother.
Yeah, so that is what it is, and I think that it's going to hurt them in as much as we support President Boka, and I'm sure that he will do well. I know that he will do great, but it's going to hurt the government very soon, because you see, CDC is acting like they are sleeping, but they are not. And I see that Amara Kone have fully declared that he's have distanced himself. He feels disenchanted. He have concluded and confirmed that President Boka did not treat him well. From yesterday talk show on the Spoon TV, Amara Kone he confirmed that President Bokar did not treat him well, President Weah did not treat him well. So it means that there's a reason why he distanced himself. He claimed that people saw him to be somebody who trying to take over the rescue mission. And based upon that, it seems like President Bokar pushed him back. So that is why you see Amara Kone has distanced himself from the rescue mission, which I don't think that is a good look for us who supported the train. And many other guys that in these early stages seems to be far away from President Bokar. I also saw the likes of Martin K. Colley coming with some very, very high tension analysis, that proved to me also that it seems like he is distancing himself as well from the rescue mission, which in my mind is setting up a conglomeration of guys that is going to come against this government in that long distant period with high volume of accusations on high volume accusation, propaganda on corruption and all of that. And we see the Stanton Waterspoon network is also gradually, or I will not even say gradually, on a huge scale, distancing themselves from the rescue train. So in my opinion, who do President Bokar have to fight his battle? Who do he have to fight back? Who do he have to manage the propaganda that is in the atmosphere? Who he have to fight for him politically to help him get back his relevance that he had previously. Amara Kone said something very important yesterday that I said when I came on this network after I went to Liberia. I said that when I saw people and I observed people, because I did some level of psychology, all right? So I saw people, I could tell that people felt discouraged. Amara Kone also confirmed that a little bit yesterday when he said that the way people were before the elections, the zeal they had, before the elections about President Bokar has dropped. It's not the same momentum that you have in the country right now.
Oh, Terry, please. Terry, please.
So in my opinion is that I'm just saying that President Bokar needs to get on top of his game. Otherwise, the opposition will turn things around in their favor. Even though the opposition is like a cut-head snake, but we don't see, something. But I want to agree with Amara to some extent that President Bokar have dropped momentum. The momentum he had before the inauguration and all that has dropped. And I think that it need to be addressed,
Thank you.
Those are just...
But thank you. Good point. I mean, you're always on point. You don't hide yourself, even though you support the rescue train, but you always want to be truthful, and we appreciate that. Go ahead, Mr. So.
Look, you guys, you're quick to get in your feelings. You're quick to get nervous when people say things and all of that. The government is on track. You may be surprised saying what I'm saying, but that's how authentic and how genuine I am. Not like you, not the liberal and the Jerry back on tape. The government is waging what we call an effective public relations, and is speaking to a specific group of people.
Give us an example.
Yeah, hold on. Give me a 10, because you are also a falling apart, and Terry has helped to increase your blood pressure here. So let me be the stabilizer here this evening, because I know I was talking with some close friends of Boyka. They admire you so much on this network, but they also are apprehensive about you people. 1 minute, your pressure go up, another minute, the pressure come down. Look, let me just tell you, the government is moving in a direction, and you will be surprised with what I'm saying and what I'm going to be saying here tonight. I say it. I'm not like you, part of your church.
Just speak your own.
What?
Talk your own.
Are you nervous? What's your problem? Terry, we're talking here. You didn't rush Terry. Why? I want to speak my mind. You don't want to do it. Look, first of all, Amara Kone, he he screwed up. If he can't even subject himself to an audit and then he wants to be, Joseph Boyka don't need Amara Kone. Amara Kone is screwed up. Mark this day as of this day. Joseph Boyka, the president of the Republic of Liberia, does not need the consent of a senator to do what he is the chief administrator, and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Look, those things are going to come potentially. We're hoping to see. They're going to be at Grand. Liberia, Boyka is being very strategic here. You saw where USD with respect to the agriculture assistance that they are giving. Yes, when you push to China, China is doing everything possible to get to the third world country and many other countries. And so they are turning to these people and they are willing to help. And that's exactly what the president is doing. And that's why people don't know the spoon, the fork, and all of that. So that's the great way these people, they are being in the system, they know how government works. And I'm telling you, you're going to say it. This game is going to be a turning point. Only as the People Republic promised to get those things here. Who don't you think I don't want a real road paved? America doesn't need a road to be paved to go to Buffalo. I'll tell you, when Eisenhower was trying to get the 95 goal here, opposition people keep against it. What happens at the end of the day? It was a jubilation. When William Richard Tubble tried to get these multilateral high schools, buildings, and things, start to enhance education, what people within their inner cycle said, don't do this. You do it, you're going to get a country people this. What happened? At the end of the day, education went exposed. Samuel Doe, when you were trying to continue the Talbot administration's agenda of the completion of the Samuel Doe Sports Complex, people went against him. But he was defeated. He stood his ground as president, and he said he's going to do it. Today, you have the Samuel Doe Sports Complex as the major international sports venue in the Republic of Liberia. And I've been told this president is not going to hold back. In fact, there are some people with the Minister of Foreign Affairs who was so ridiculous. The reason the EU Foreign Minister is to go out there and lobby. The president you report to the president. So Joseph, you guys profess to support this president, but you don't even know who this president is. You come here and talk tabata, you discourage, and Emira do this, something to on the other side want to fall down. This president is on track. And they are saying in the coming year 2025, if everything goes well, because I talked to people from Grand Village today, they say the road there is amazing. That in fact, we lawmaker, nobody government not going to buy no NFO WG because those roads going to be good. So if you hear the government of Liberia, if you don't know you as a supporter of Joseph Boyka, and it is sad that you don't even know the inner work of what is going on in the government. The government is taking a strategic position, and this is why Uncle saying you saw them bouncing back to support the huge the agriculture sector, because they know it is a competition with Uncle Sam and that of the Republic of China. And I tell you, all the noise, wobble you're saying here now, and those machines actually hit. What it did is throw that video out as a strategic public relations to see how it's going to look like. It is deliberate. That's why they are not talking.
All right, let me walk up.
Let me walk out. Dr. Male is here. Hold on.
Welcome, Dr. June. Dr. June, welcome. Thank you, Mr. So.
Okay, that's my partner in progress. But to close it up here, look.
In failure.
Those materials, those bulldozers or whatever, if they roll out there, and you see the people roads are opening, road paved, marketeers getting their produce to different quarter, point A, point B. The aggressions of these roads now, if those things out of there, trust me, Joseph Boyka, he will be the one that's going to lift the hands of people. So Joseph Boyka don't need Amara Kone. So why Amara Kone needs to subject himself to an audit. There are a lot of things with him. He was just running ahead of his shadow, and so he doesn't know what he's doing.
Thank you. A friend like you who need enemy. So that's all I can say.
So on this one here, I am with Joseph Boyka and all of these people that I'm just being honest. I am on this one here. with Joseph Boyka, and that's the right thing he's doing.
I hope you stay. I hope you stay with us.
Eh?
I say, I hope you stay with us.
It's not a matter of staying. We all were up there for the right thing to be done. So all of these people that are crying, the next thing, why they are talking about after all of these things, railroads going to be built. You don't know that. So you're sitting down here, be having unnecessary high blood pressure. You're rising your where am I going to say? I'm not going to say.
Thank you. Those are.
If you don't want to resign, the president cannot report to you as the minister of foreign affairs. You report to the president. The president is the chief executive of the country. He runs the day-to-day affairs. So senator, people who are not on board, they will be okay. When people start, their own people are going to kick against them. When those things come, and they start being deployed in the counties and roads opening, marketeers getting their cocoa, their coffee, little cross from one point to another, no car doing stuff and things like that, who's going to complain? So these things, don't worry about that.
Thank you. Anyway, Terry, thank you very much, Mr. So. Terry, Mr. So is saying we have no cause to be concerned. For him, everything is seemed to be, especially this one that the president is on course. That's why I'm happy to hear that from Mr. So, which is good. But at the same time, it's good to be honest with yourself. You supported this government. You did all you can here when the campaign was on. So your view are not taken lightly, and your concern are not taken lightly either. But having heard Mr. So, and I'm not trying to make it into a debate, having heard Mr. So who playing your part, your role tonight, because when I'm Mr. So the liberal is speaking. Mr. So the liberal is on the floor. It's my show. I'm in control. Let me run my show. So he's playing your part tonight. Usually when I'm this anxious, you come in and calm things down. And I think he has done that here tonight. But what do you say now? What do you say to that? Do you think that his calmness in this what we consider to be rocky start of this president, do you think this calm voice of Mr. So will take root?
Well, I think Mr. So is talking to a couple of people in the government, which is a good thing. He just admitted on the show already that
the other one you talking to, I'm in the government. You know the talk to.
You know,
I mean,
so those guys are good at making things easy. You know, when you listen, one thing I like about the Unity Party people, they if you allow them to talk to you for 10 minutes, you are convinced. Are you understanding me? If you take, for example, for the people to convince the Liberian people to remove the legendary George Mannen Weah, that tells you how the people get high more, Mr. So. They can talk. So, but what I'm saying, I understand what Mr. So is saying is vibrant. Mr. So have a very pretty point and is good. But those things are things that are still in a pipeline that have not yet come to fruition. You understand, eh? That they are telling you that they will do, which is fine. We ourselves can say that President Boyka is this, is that, he will do that, he will do that. My position here is this: to be able to lift up some of the burden. Like, for example, right, this yellow machine stuff. You know, Akin, I saw Labor talking. Labor is a rule guy. He knows everything about the rule. And he was talking earlier on. That's why I didn't come on, because I wanted to allow him to propound good enough, because he knows what this machine they're talking about is about. And he cleverly lay out some points that what kind of machine are we expecting? You know, are we expecting a hand loader stuff, or greater, like some kind of machine I see that can press the road, the stuff? What kind of machine are we expecting? You understand? A 1 minute video that you drop on the Liberian people and expecting them to just turn a blind eye, knowing very well that you got an opposition to deal with. You also have the Senate, the House to deal with, and all those things. You just drop in that video,
how many people
and like Mr. So said,
Abachi and Amara Kone?
Mr. So,
are they the two people?
will you, Mr. So, Mr.
So all
So,
the other people, they not.
Mr. So, we're not in a
Look,
courtroom. Terry, Terry, hold on one minute.
country
Mr.
to be
So,
connected.
Mr. So, Terry Collins is not a witness stand. He's expressing his view. So you are not a lawyer anyhow. So please, Terry, go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah, Mr. So I agree. I understand your point because you are excited. You want to see that Zwedju, you can fly from Monrovia to Zwedju.
Oh, hold on, Terry. I'm not you in the liberal tech. I'm not drip. It's not a sentiment. It's not anything, something. I'm just telling you the information that I know is nothing.
Okay, thank you. Can we allow Terry
But you
to
have the right
finish?
to be panicked. I'm not panicking.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Keep your not panicking to yourself. You and Mother can share that. Terry, go ahead and finish.
In as much as I'm excited, I was one of those who went on Spoon Talk and were challenging them on that when I saw the equipment and all that. But then again, when you sit down to analyze, you realize that what kind of equipment are we expecting? What can they do? Like what labor clearly all that. So these are things. But what I am drawn to, Mr. So, is that the inability for us to have full details. Like right now, we talk about the president said there will be rice price should not go up. It should remain. But have you called Liberia to find out how much is the rice price right now on the market? Have you inquired? And we've been saying that rice is a national security issue. You understand, eh? So whether if his word is taking root or not, we don't know. And there are many other things. That one of the things I really wanted to talk about, but I didn't have the chance, was the water aspect. We see Mo Ali bringing water to the city. People are excited, jumping all over the place. But is this water good enough for drinking? Mo Ali and other guys did not say until he went on Spoon Talk and the question was posted to him. Can the people drink this water in Monrovia City? He said, no, not now. They can't drink it now. But why he didn't say that previously? Why this information were not given? People got to ask you on a talk show before you can explain that, the water can be drunk now because the pipes are not good. And if you read on all these things and read on the pipe, the system in Liberia, the sewer system, how polluted it is, you know exactly that water that runs into the city of Monrovia is not good enough. So why can't we do it right? Why can't we make it right for us to carry the glory permanently, but you want a temporary fixed glory that just so people can say, oh yeah, we're in so and so time, JMB did, he brought water to the city. So, but how guarantee is that? Is that a long-term plan that will sustain, that will be substantial for the people, or you're just doing it to gain political points? So these are some of the things that we're talking about. It's not that I don't support the rescue. I am 100% sure that President Boyka will deliver on purpose. But it is also our responsibility to make sure that he delivers. And that's where I'm coming from.
Thank you. With respect to the water issue, Terry, it is just given that a pipe that's been dry for this long, especially a CP, I believe those are metal pipes. They get a corrosion very easily. Now, in order for you to be able to drink a pipe, they're gonna have to treat that water for some time and clear it out. Right. So it's very common. But you're quite correct. These are things that perhaps Mo Ali should have taken his time, even before they open the water, to say we're going to open the water at 12 tomorrow, if they want a real publicity. But here is the deal. The water is going to be open, and we only want people to know that we're cleaning these pipes. We will let you know when the water is going to be ready to drink. Now, if you're going to do that, you also, in each of these fire hydrants that are going to be open, you will have to post guard on there so that people do not take the water to say they want to go drink it. Okay? But those are, but again, Mo Ali, for me, it's like they are stuck in the campaign mode. And so look what we're doing, CDC. You guys didn't do this, we're doing it. And this is not about time.
Right.
for that. I think at this time, Mo Ali should have even contacted. I said it the other day. I was angry. That picture that I saw Senator Dallas Dillon alone was unacceptable. The water was open in Moserado County, and you have 2 senators in Moserado County. Those who's going to be drinking the water, they're also constituents of Sir Joseph. What, Mr. So the liberal, please. Mr. So, get this. It's my show.
It's not a matter of your show.
No, it's my show. I can talk all night as I want. Let me finish my point, Mr. So. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. I don't want to. Let me finish my point. The point that I'm making is this, and I will finish it. Sir Joseph is a senator from Moserado County, and if you're going to do anything in Monrovia, if you're going to invite Senator Dallas Dillon, Senator Sir Joseph must be invited as well. This is the time to bring all hands on deck. Everyone to come on board for us to work together.
So let me ask you, have you found out from the office of Senator Sir Joseph whether invitation were extended or not?
Mr. So, I don't care to find out that.
Because you assume you don't see him there.
Mr. So, that's not my issue. Let me go on to Dr. Mallett. Dr. Mallett, good evening. What is on your plate? Do you even have a plate tonight?
I don't have a plate. I have a follow-up.
And me, I get a bowl to eat. I get a big bowl here.
I have a follow-up. And the follow-up...
Okay, make it brief. Make it brief. Go ahead.
Wow.
It's a follow-up. Follow-up have to be brief. He can't have an extensive follow-up. Then it's a comment.
The follow-up is exactly what you guys just talking about.
Okay, thank you.
And I just want to elevate the conversation to a very different level. You see, this is the same business as usual that have been happening in past government, right? You just made a statement that the water is for Moserado County. No, it's not. Point of correction. The water is limited to Monrovia. And not even
I said it was done in Moserado County.
No, you said the water is.
Can you listen to the
keenly. Okay, if I don't have any gift, I have the gift of hearing.
So who recognize that gift? Who recognize that gift?
I do.
You come here public radio to say you got a gift.
Yeah, I recognize it. Sister boy, I recognize it.
That gift of hearing. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead. You
I have other impediment, but that gift I always thank God every night for that. Even when I'm sleeping, care pass by my door, I will pick it or I'll pick up the sound.
Okay.
However, liberal here is the issue. You said something that is quite in place. Maybe people are trying to impress President Boaka that they're working. And that's a good idea. You see the issue Colin just stressed. The pipe may end up giving cancer to people in that town there. I'm telling you, rust can give you cancer if you don't know.
Dr. Mallett, let us go.
No. Let's be realistic with the discussion.
Dr. Mallett, hold on. I got to hold
on. Let me finish.
Dr. Mallett, I know you're a PhD, but you are not a PhD. You don't have to say, Dr. Mallett, hold on. No, you will. Let me first say this. Dr. Mallett, let me first say this. When you're talking about disease that people may or might not get, that's so far from our discussion.
No, enough far.
So it is because we do not. None of us here have a license. None of us here have.
Why you are making reference of corrosion in the? So why you get a license
from my perspective? So just give me time. Let me learn.
Why you want
to? Okay, go ahead. I'm going to take a disclaimer after you're done. Go ahead, learn. Go ahead.
You can take 1,000 disclaimer. There's no problem with that. That's what the platform is about.
Speak that.
So At the end of the day, it's business as usual. It's not like impressing
We will
President
take
Joseph
our
Parker.
country back.
This is the water company of Liberia. Water always in our place. You see what Colin just said, what Mohali went down there to tell the people, oh, it's just a trial thing, enough for drinking. That man's supposed to be dragged to court. You know how many people drank that water? Do you know the health implication? That man's supposed to be dragged to court. These are some of the things you care people to court for, because you could even create what I call mass death from the kind of a scenario. You understand? We know they're trying to make an effort. Do it right. Do it right. I love the effort. Do it right. Let's get to the yellow machine. I'm not so happy about the yellow machine coming into Liberia. What I'm happy about, how is it going to be maintained? What the protection? How many people waiting for the machine to get down so they can take spare part and take it to Guinea and Sierra Leone? Business as usual. There's no clear blueprint to tell us so yellow machine coming, 2 going to Grand Gire, 4 going so. Mr. Joseph Minister, your eye got to be on this thing here. Any one of them disappear, we're going to hold you. This is how we're going to maintain the yellow machine. You know how many yellow machine break down in our country? They stay there. So I'm not too happy about that. I'm happy about maintenance. How is it going to be like? Which of the county? Because this is where now the plan come into play. This is where now the blueprint about this thing coming. But as I see it now, the whole thing is just a random machine coming, and we're just going to put it all over. Even when something disappear, no transparency, no accountability. Because the information is, we'll get yellow machine in town. That is not causing me to jump on my knee to begin shouting, hallelujah, hallelujah. No, we have shouted hallelujah many times. And what happened to the yellow machine? According to sources, some of them even end up in neighboring country. So we want a comprehensive package governing, because I know Joseph Parker is going to bring more yellow machine. And if they are not guarded properly and protected and maintained, then what's the need of this all the kind of happiness? I'm sorry I'm not going that direction. You can take 1,000 disclaimer tonight, but that's it. So that water there need to be shut down now and get back on the drawing board. The yellow machine supposed to be under the custody of the justice minister until we come up with a comprehensive plan and turn it over to the public work people, and they will have to sign some paper. When one tire get missing, someone will be behind bar, a very thick bar too. These are the things we want to hear. Other than that, it's business as usual again. I'm sorry to
Thank you. Okay, folks, Samson to Labrador Public, just a public disclaimer here. Dr. Mele is a PhD, I believe, in education. It does not have authority in terms of chemistry and diseases.
I just told you.
I'm
a doctor. They cancel here.
Let me finish. Your doctor not in Liberia, not water. Hold on, Mr. So let me finish.
It's not a black man. It's a white man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not even that.
Okay, let me finish now. I thought you gave me an opportunity. Let me finish. So, Dr. Mele, white man doctor, who is not a Liberian, does not have license to practice disease process in Liberia. And so here on Labrador Public Radio, we do not claim to know whether that pipe water you drink will bring disease or not. I just want to make that disclaimer. All right, Mr. So let's hear you. On a very serious note, you said something earlier that the president, who is the overseer of the day-to-day activities of the country, which is quite correct. However, the senators are also there to do check and balances. And so if Amar Corner, perhaps he might have spoke as an individual, but he does have a certain position where his job is to do check and balance. So if he feels that this president and other people are not exercising him and feel that they're not only exercising him, but because of that, his job is now being in jeopardy because of whatever they're doing to him will not permit him to exercise his job ability effectively. Does he not have a point, Mr. Sowell, that you're saying that Mr. Amar, Senator Connor should not be listened to? Is that the new democracy that you're practicing somewhere else? Let's hear you.
It's not a matter of democracy, and this is where you guys are left behind. You're professed to be on the train, but that train left the station, and you're still there waiting, thinking, say, the train going to come and deposit you in total. What I'm saying, the president of the Republic of Liberia, if anything were to go wrong in that country today, if salary not running, people not getting paid, how many hearings have we not heard from these senators? In fact, who is Amara Kone? Amara Kone, who doesn't even know his own asset, who has not come out to declare, to tell her exactly who, what he wore, what it looks like, who has not subjected himself to audit. You want to question, you want to get under the throat of the president. The president doesn't need Amara Kone to do what he's supposed to do. Amara Kone from day one, and I say here, he crossed the rail line. And the people, men like Sylvester Graceways, the Kofi Wood, these people are being in the system, they know how government works. And this is why the door is gradual. If it is not being sealed, Amara Kone, he's young smart man, but he is running ahead of his shadow. He and your friend Abochie, those people, they are your friends always. How many of them? Who don't want road to go into this place? There is a way to walk a far line. You cannot. So he putting himself in a position, and he been doing that. And that's why it's kind of like the cutting up. Look, it's not a campaign. It's a government. It's a certain government. There are a lot of people, we are hearing there are a lot of people be alienated in the process, and they will get mad, they will get upset, and you will say this. But it is the government that is running. Every government has its own inner way. And those are the people. The president met with the Chinese ambassador. The Minister of Foreign Affairs getting mad why she didn't know this and that. And the president goes, hey, it is your job. The reason you become Minister of Foreign Affairs is we believe or assume you are appointed with a diplomatic entry. You're supposed to go out there to bring news to me. This is what this government is doing. You didn't do it. The president made you want the president to go report to you. Okay. Is that what I'm going to say?
Thank you.
It doesn't work that way. So
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying, the government of Joseph Boyka with this whole machine is a very strategic move, pushing Big Brother, Uncle Sam here, and we saw their reaction when it comes to the agriculture. China, on the other hand, say, we're going to do this. The bottom line, and I said it here, when Eisenhower was trying to get the I-95 here, people say they were going to spoil their home, they were going to do this, they shouldn't open our. It happened
Wish they did.
Hold on, and wish it did today. You driving I-95, I-95 is next to me now. I can be going to Boston, I can be going to Connecticut, I can be going to New Jersey. Who is the beneficiary? Is Eisenhower still living? No. When Tubman wanted to build these multilateral, politicians, opposition, other people say, oh, you do this, you're going to open the poor eye. What happened? He did it. And those schools, we're seeing the approach.
Thank you.
Now. So why are we sitting down here to worry?
Thank you. With respect to
But hold on 1 second to let her go. Dr. Jones, thank you very much. We put a big victory over the Liberal here tonight. He was trying to do everything possibly he can to sanction you. I just got a text message from Sissy that Sissy has distanced himself from the Liberal. So they are.
But this is what I'm going to tell you where you and Amara Kone business. You're still there. Amara Kone flog you with talent machine. Now, when Amara, but Mr. So when you are talking, answer anything. When you are talking, answer.
All of that. Campaign is over. Whatever.
No.
Listen. You can send mixed signal.
Let me make my point.
Okay, let me get my point. That you are the host. You have plenty of time. I am saying, Joseph Boyka. I mean, y'all will get surprised. I put myself because I want something good. I am not a resistant to the government.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Boyka and the UP, they did appreciate whatever Amara did. But Amara,
Mr. So let me don't try to undercut me. Don't try to undercut me. Amara Kone, you people are so pissed with Amara Kone. that if you see any daylight between Amara Kone and President Baka, most of you will appreciate that.
No, no.
But what
You know
I
why?
can say to
You
you,
know, you see,
Dr. Melly, I'm speaking. Dr. Melly, what do you mean? No,
we're not worried about the machine tonight. You know
Dr.
why?
Dr. Melly, I don't want to mute you. Dr. Melly, I'm speaking. When I finish, you would know why. Dr. Melly, let me finish my point. When I'm done, I will come to you. I'm running a show, and I'm running an effective liberal show. Let me finish, I will come to you. The point here is this. Amara Kone flog you with a talent machine. Amara Kone and the Unity Party are working together, but if you just find little daylight, and with Amara Kone and President Baka, you want to explode it. It's not going to work. Amara Kone is a young man. Amara Kone used to work with President Baka before. Amara Kone understood President Baka effective well. Amara Kone will be back with President Baka. There's no daylight between them. But Amara Kone is saying that I'm a senator. I must be allowed to do my job, which is to do check and back. The liberal. I should be allowed to do my job, to be able to do the check and balance. And that's where Amara Kone comes from. But Terry, let me hear from you. Let me hear what you got to say before I go.
Yeah.
No, I'm not coming to you right now. I'm not coming to you right now, Dr. Joe. Terry, please. Terry, please. No. You know how we do it on the show.
Dr. Joe, you can just wait when I finish, then you can come out.
Dr. Joe?
I want to push back.
No.
Yeah,
you can push back. Maybe if it's snowing in New England, you're coming to go push the snow off the.
But if Dr. Joe want to push back, you can go ahead.
No, Terry, go ahead. We got a show.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Mr. So, you said something about Amara Kone. Amara Kone declared his asset already. Amara Kone have not published his asset. That is where we get problem with him. And he said there is no law.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but you said he has not declared asset. No, you're not wrong. But what I'm saying is he did declare. But
No, so
you're not.
Terry, you're like this sort of salad dressing here, and this is very ridiculous on this network. You and this old man here, you're killing us on this network. Amara Kone thinks he wants to put bone in the throat of President Joseph Boyka.
That's not what he's saying.
No, he's not.
You telling me?
No,
Yeah, I understand your point. Amara, let me tell you now where I understand your point. Let me tell you where I understand your point, Mr. So. Amara is a politician. He won't be president 2029. So obviously, he will try to maneuver one way or the other, which is okay. But and I understand from that perspective you're speaking. But Amara said it clearly. That's why you needed to listen to him yesterday. He said if President Boka is running, first of all, Amara said he don't believe that President Boka will not run in 2029. He don't believe that. He said, but if President Boka runs, he's not going to run. You understand that? That means he's showing you how transparent he have decided to be with the rescue team.
No.
That's number one. Number two is that, yeah, okay, well, you can say, but that is public something. And you know, so, but however, this guy declared, and he said clearly that there is no law that instruct him to publish his asset, which is right. That President Boka the one say he will publish his asset. Then Amara never promised anybody in the world that he's going to publish his asset. The law say declare, and he already declared. It is up to him to choose to publish or not. That we got to give it to him. So, and the aspect you talk about, the man should present himself to be audited. The man cannot present himself to be audited. The auditing team has to be the one to call him for auditing if they have problem with him. And Amara said that they were the one who even initiated that the Senate to audit themselves. So right now the Senate have already put in for an in-house auditing of themselves. And Amara said they that advocated for that. So we got to understand that we got to understand these people, and you cannot negate Amara from the process because he's a very important factor in this whole electoral process. Amara had gained a huge following from the elections results that took place in Liberia in 2023.
Thank you. We're going to go to Dr. Mali. If you want to split Dr. Mali's time, it's up to both of you.
Let me
Because
just push
you're all
back a little
together.
bit.
So, Dr. Mali, go ahead, push back.
Yes. First of all, let me start with Colin first.
Yeah, but don't come do salad dressing and we got time.
Why were you
Make a show. I'm running a show. Go ahead, Doc.
You gotta be serious here, man. Please.
Amara Kone.
I am. Go ahead, Doc.
Yes, Amara Kone, if you don't know, he's the shepherd in the dark. He's not interested in Joseph Boakai. Have you read Amara Kone track record under Helen Johnson's leave? The corruption track record? I will bring that to light tomorrow.
Oh,
no,
if the people
wait
tomorrow.
Wait on Wednesday.
I said, no, wait a minute. I'm not in court. I said, I voluntarily. No one forced me. I said,
but we're not going to take it tomorrow on my show.
No.
On my show, I'm not going to take it.
No. I'm coming now. Amara Kone, let go away. Calling analysis. He can never go nowhere. That man can never be president in that country. I can tell you that today.
Oh, why not?
No.
Hold on.
Hold on. No, you want to go into that now? We can go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Amara Kone can never ever become president in that country.
Why?
Say that.
So many reasons and so many factors.
What are some of your reasons?
Stop putting steak in my throat. Give me a chair. I'm addressing
Okay. All right.
Amara Kone is sincere to the United Party chief in rescue. Tell the day, you think about the presidency? That kind of person you call political friend? They even break yet.
But you listen to him
about the presidency? That's the first part. Secondly, Amara Kone, the issue the Liberal just said, he's not an empire in himself. No. What he did in the United Party, that reading or thing, this and that, anybody would have done it. It's not anything new. Anybody would have done it. So Amara Kone cannot come here and take any credit. Amara Kone is stigmatized. I'm not telling you today. Besides that, the issue of the United Party, the man is a chameleon, an advanced chameleon, if you don't know.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's right.
With all due respect, I'll slow down. All right? But, panel, Colin, let me just ask you this question. If this government, the team player Liberal, we have decided to look at things differently, all right? Why is it that we are not transparent with our assets, even telling the Liberian people, surprising them? So look, this is it. We'll publish it. We want to make the difference. Now you're quoting the Bible. Did not say you're quoting the law. It did not say people should publish it. This government is about doing something differently. Yes, so it can consolidate that respect. We stay there for it and we will continue to have for it. I think there where some are all coming from. So Amara Kone, no, he transparent. He got nothing to hide. Like he surprised the Liberian people.
Say you want to be president.
I will be on the platform. I say, Mr. Collins, I really, the man really surprised me. He make a big difference. Because the meat of this thing is the publishing. When they publish a thing here, you know how many people are going to be in trouble? You know how many people said they malaria inside our report? Too many things inside the thing. Even the paper said, he thinking twice.
Thank you. Let me go on to Mr. So
You people come clean and tell us and do some surprises. This is what we really want to see.
Y'all got a long way to wait. Mr. So quiet. Mr. So quiet.
So it's so sad. The liberal now he has become kind of a Goliath on this network, trying to silence voices. If you don't go his way, then it's nothing.
No,
That's why he tried to strangle it, and that's what Madam Fredericks was saying. Yeah.
CEO, you polishing this is not silent voices.
He taking time away from you. I just want you to know.
He had come with ton of threat.
Yes.
Not silencing for beyond that. Anyway.
And I agree. He wants to be like an Idi Amin type on this network, but we're not giving chance. We'll never
your time eating away. Two of you combined, the time eating away small. You finished?
No.
Yes.
I just give my time to him.
Your time finished all time. What you got to hear again?
The doctor. No, you see when you go, the doctor thing here. That's what I told you about the doctor thing. The doctor will use on the show.
This is what the president is doing. That's very honest. And you're quick to feel so sorry for. Those were the things that at the end of the day, President Weah, he was victimized of his kindness because people felt it was people, 1 or 2% think that they made him president. And so he should be fully and wholly accountable to them. That's not the case. We know that. And I think you will agree. We said that here. Amara starting, but more or less he during the campaign, he was becoming more or less the sort of official spokesperson to the campaign. You saw what happened with he and what they call the Mo and other thing they took up to. He was just running ahead of his shout, and they tried to slow him down. That didn't work. Now the people took charge as a governing party or governing body, and he thinks that he still maybe his endorsements, his support. Nobody to do that. I want to just frown on. There were some statements, there were some things that he was saying, and being that he was close to the proximity of the president, so it was like the president was, telling him, or he was speaking for the government, which other people felt uncomfortable. And if I were in the government, that would be the same thing. So if Amara Conner and Dr. Jones is right, this may have not even gone second quarter in his presidency. He said it may one wrong, they have not one wrong, this and that. That he is not Joseph Boyka's political ally. He wants Joseph Boyka's seat. And if I could become a soothsayer, that would speak to me that, you know what, I don't want this man to succeed. So he playing the game now to be the guy who is speaking out ills, who is standing up for the people, but at the same time, he's unstable, like this guy. Unbalanced. He doesn't want to come straight to tell her who he is and what we represent. If I know I want to be here, don't wait for the law. Jump ahead of the game. Let us see you. Don't come bring half of your body and telling us that you think you're something. So he needs Joseph Boyka. I'm telling you what's going to happen when Joseph Boyka potentially could be the one to lift the hands. If at all he decides not to run, he could be the one to lift the hand of the person next to be the president of the Republic of Liberia. If all of this goes through, that's it. Statement finished.
Thank you. Terry, before I bring you, I just want to show this picture again.
So why will you bring Tiawan Gonglo, taking a slip, or George Weah photo shoot stuff here? For what?
That's just tell the Liberian people where we were. But Terry, let me come to you. Folks, the line is open, 916-533-2048. Give me a call. Terry, let me come back to you. I know we've been saying a lot here. So the issue, let's drop Amara Conner for once, because I believe Amara Conner has a job to do, and he's trying to do his job. If it comes to politician against President Baka, Americana would take the side of President Baka anytime, I believe. But let me ask you this, Terry. What are some of the things besides? In fact, let's go there. The fact that you believe their communication process of President Baka is kind of slow. What are some of the things that you would advise them to take on immediately to improve that?
Well, like the Geraldine Pierre, right? I listened to him, and he felt disenchanted as well. It seems like the government, almost the same thing President Weah did with the information minister. Likewise, is being done with President Boka. Geraldine don't seems to have most of the information at his hand, and he complained that funds are not reaching him and all that, and he appeared that he's not properly informed, like the airplane stuff. He was questioned the last Sunday as to how the airplane came, and he could not definitely or definitively give a definite answer, you know. And he complained later on, and in fact, he said he me him to come on the show was to explain publicly, not to even call a man who had access to call the president anytime, go to a house and all that. But he wanted Stanton to give him the opportunity to explain or express his grievances as to how that funds are not actually reaching him. So that is why, you know, I'm looking, because he's the information minister of the government. He should be the one disseminating some of the information about yellow machine, blah, 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 all of that. He should be able to give the public details of many other things in government. All right. After, you know, these explanations, so now the whole 1 minute video thing have taken the whole stage of the government now, to an extent that the information minister cannot even explain as to what really is going on. So that is what I said. They are slow, and that is what I mean, that they are not ready disseminating. And you see, one of the things is that right now they just took over, so they have to present themselves that they are giving us information. But in true sense, what will happen? What will happen 6 months from now? Will they continue with the pace? Let me tell you, I must agree with Mr. So on this point, that the aspect of the government having that retreat, I really admire it with Amin Mudad and all these guys giving the preliminary report on what they have covered so far was very, very splendid, very, very good. But will this continue? Given the fact that propaganda begin to sink in, and some of these highlights are putting the government back to the wall, people are taking it out of context, propaganda coming in, will they look at all the pressure that going on around them and still maintain the pace of being able to be transparent enough to give the public the information that they need, instead of the public speculating? So I think that they need to allow the information ministry to function. They need to allow the information minister to function. They need to support him. They need to inform him. They need for him to be able to disseminate. It's too soon for Geraldine Pierre to be sitting down on Spoon TV and telling the Spoon TV how he's not getting money. And you understand me? And that the information, when he get the information, he will give it. And other kind. And I don't know if the opposition picked that up, but that was a serious propaganda breakdown for the government, and I don't think that was appropriate. So I think President Baka needs to get on his game so they can, you know, if there are some information you don't have to share, there are some information as a government you can hold it back, you can suppress it, but there are some information that you have to share, otherwise it will jeopardize your government.
Okay, I got a call on the line here.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead. Thank you, Terry. Go ahead, caller.
Aaron,
Go
are you
ahead.
there? Aaron?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, let me take my hands off to Terry tonight. Terry, I'm really enjoying you tonight.
Oh my
You know, you're
goodness.
being very, very objective. I love that. I don't agree with you, but I love your
Aaron,
analysis tonight.
please. We're not
Oh,
playing
So
ball.
let me say that. And look,
mm,
look, my people, what is happening to this government today, you know, will happen to anybody who will come out and make promises that will not be realistic, that they know it's not realistic. And I guess what happened to this government today. No, the water issue that we're talking about today, before Mo Ali even went to open those pipes, or the fire hydrants, or whatsoever he opened for the water to flow into Monterado, he should have told the people that, look, this water is not for drinking. We just testing the water here. You know, we just put these pipes on, we just tested these things to see whether, you know, the water flow will be good and stuff like that. We will give you guys certain time to let you know that your water is for drinking. But he never did that. He never did that. And that boils down to what Dr. Mali was saying. Oh, they just want to impress the president because the president was a 100-day deliverable. The 100 days already gone. All these people need to do is to come out and say, look, my people, your 100 days, the thing we promised was not realistic. So we try our best. Not just give us time. The government is still new. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do. Even with the yellow machine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let the yellow machine come in the country. 285 yellow machine. You know how big is Liberia? 285 yellow machine. I want to see the yellow machine coming to the port. Okay? So, all the government needs to do now, they need to go to their information minister, let him come out and say, look, my people, we apologize. We made a mistake. We were promising all these things that we were promising. Lastly, so Amara Kone is the first victim of the rescue train. The very first victim. And more other victims will come out. More other victims will come out to talk about the rescue train. You remember that. He's the first victim. Now his body eye is feeling. Another victim will come out real soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me open this other caller.
Yeah,
Caller, go ahead. Mr. So, tell them to call me. Caller, go ahead. Brigable, go ahead.
You get Channing phone,
Okay.
so they put back
I
up.
tell you for the show. Brigable knows that. You're not coming to can't talk about that. Or the Channing phone gonna kick in. Go ahead, Brigable.
No, Mr. Toe. If I was you by now, then I'll even leave Facebook.
For what?
Because
Channing phone.
in less than 5 months, you guys getting to feel massively. Look, you know, it's time for man. Because with the expectation we have for you, a way of people that you're experienced and you're educated. In less than 5 months, you don't even know what you're doing in your own government. And you hear defending things like
let me ask you this. Let me ask you, Brigable. If there was an election today between President Baka and President Weah, who you would vote for?
What are you doing?
I'm just asking you.
Even yourself, and then you vote for President Weah.
Oh, okay.
You yourself will vote for President
Weah. Go ahead, tell your Tabata now.
No. I'll talk about that because to you, Tabata. But that is true, I'm telling you. You got a government that came to power on a transparency matter. That the king with transparency. In less than 5 months, you got doing things like that is correct. You're not even getting power. You took money from the professional money. All the now. No answer. No result. All the investigation you're carrying on. No result. Your complaint about having investigation in the past government did not come up. You have investigation you're going on up to now. No result. You got a government that you're fighting among yourself.
Thank you.
Everybody want show face. Everybody want be known in the government because someone has intention of being president. Look,
Th-
let me tell you something. This year will be small. 1 year from now, the confusion of being more will be more
Oh my goodness.
because
Okay. Thank
everybody
you.
their
Thank you for
intention.
your
They have
prediction.
intent.
Thank
for
you. Let me go to
2029.
the other caller. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Elvis,
know.
go ahead. Elvis, go
Okay.
ahead.
Enjoy yourself. I'm waiting for Wednesday.
No, Wednesday, they will not even let you come in. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Elvis, are you there?
Of
I'm
course
here,
you.
Mr. Toe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Hello to you and hello to the panelists.
Thank you.
Look, let me just say this. Today, I actually agree with Terry Collins. I think he's giving some insightful analysis regardless of where he stands on the political spectrum. First of all, let's talk about those quote unquote yellow machines that are supposed to be coming into the country. The reality is, are we purchasing these machines for value? Mr. Toe, you are in that field and you understand that some of these machines are supposed to last for 10, 15, 20 years. You know? So if you're using 30 million now, we're hearing 50 million worth. Are those machines actually worth that amount of money? This is also a Chinese company, a subsidiary of another bigger company called Hongqi in China, who makes these, these machines. We know the history of Chinese-made automobile and other products that don't really have longevity to it. Is this a wise investment for the country? Or like Mr. Miles says, they're going to break down in the next 3 or 5 years where nobody has the parts. We don't have qualified mechanics to repair them, and then those monies are going in vain. So is it a wise decision, even if we are purchasing these machines? If we're not directly purchasing them, who's purchasing it on our behalf, and what are they getting in return? These are the questions we should be asking. The hilarity of Jeremica Pierre complaining about not getting money is funny because these guys always think that when they do plenty talking on Facebook, like some of us who can come on these online platforms and talk, they have real value when it comes to governance. But when it goes to Liberia, the people, they don't see, the government don't see the true value because they're not quote unquote doing actual work. They're only there to regurgitate information that is given to them. They're not there to actually do any kind of meaningful work in the government. So these are some of the guys who get paid. They're not on the list of priorities of people who are supposed to get paid. You saw with Ledger Rennie, he was crying about not getting paid. You're seeing it with this information minister as well. You're not at the top rank of the government. So you're not going to be on the first people that's going to get paid, or they're not going to prioritize the pay. And then lastly, with Amara Corner, I must agree with Dr. Malik Jones. It sounds tribalist, it sounds, sectionalist. But for him to get elected in Liberia, it's an uphill battle. Nothing is impossible. God, everything is possible. But his ethnic group, his religious identification, or religious could be identified with, are a very small minority in the country. And we know how we vote in that country. People just think we want to vote on ethnic backgrounds, but we also vote along religious lines. So for that, it's a very uphill battle. His best chance to the presidency would be riding somebody else's coattail, maybe becoming a vice president, and then God forbid that person dies and he inherits the presidency. But we can't beat around the bush. We're Liberians. We can be straight up, up front and say the facts. His religious view and his ethnic, background or heritage is an uphill battle for him. Same thing me as a crime man. If I say there will be a crime president anytime soon, I'll be lying because of the war. People have certain views of us, certain stereotype. It makes somebody from my ethnic group getting elected very difficult. So we don't have to hide behind anything to say these things. These are the current reality of our country. But thank you for the show, guys, who are listening. We appreciate it.
And I think Terry, you're right. And our corner, he was very smart. He went to Moserado. He saw the strength, and that's how he escaped narrowly. He decided to go where nobody going to be. There'll be no any sort of competitive or somebody to rise against him. I mean, it's horrible, and that's part of it. Politics, you got to be smart to win the game.
Yeah, Evan, speak for yourself. The liberal crime man will be the president.
Can be president. I will be right behind you to support you.
Voting for you to do time himself or 2 times.
That's what you think. Anyhow, okay, guys, let's try to wrap it up so we can close and get out on time. as usual. This is the Liberal Show, folks. If you're listening, this is the Liberal / Dr. Baka Show. So
Really?
if we don't, anybody, you don't praise sing Dr. Baka tonight. Terry, you gotta be careful. You got all these sedition praising you tonight.
I tell you, myself, it's looking like it's not easy. I've seen some people warning me and all that they will silence me and things.
You got to be very careful.
All the kind of things. So myself,
thank God they can't come out of the bed now.
You see what I'm talking about? You gotta be careful.
When men are Dr. Mali on my side, I gotta be very, very, very careful. I gotta analyze.
No, but you know, Terry, on a very serious note, it's good to be truthful because it free you and it free your spirit. God know during the campaign you were here fully. You argue all your points. These same people that are praising you tonight were here denigrating you, calling you names, but you stood your ground. And that does not negate the fact that you have an opinion to express, especially if things are not going the way you see it. You have the duty as a Liberian. You have the responsibility as a Liberian to speak your mind and say what you believe. People might not agree with you. Other people might agree with you. Those who might agree with you might not be the kind of people that the I Namanatra, or no, I say I will not call you I Namanatra. Like Honorable Aaron Braplett coming here to praise you tonight. But speak your mind, and I really appreciate it. Let me start with Dr. June. Dr. June, once again, I want to say here on this platform, Liberal Public Radio, we accept everybody's view, but Liberal Public Radio is not responsible for the utterance of your view. You, as an individual, is responsible for your own view. This is only the platform where the platform allows you to express your view. However, if the views are contrary to that of the platform rules, we will distance ourselves, which I think we have done here tonight. So go ahead. Express yourself. Give us your
No. Why you distance yourself? What they you distance yourself as an individual, not as a platform corporation.
As a host of conversation with Samson too on this platform, I am, and the conversation with Samson too is distancing himself from your comment tonight.
I think that is clear now because this platform is a giant platform. It has a lot of giant.
When come Friday and Wednesday, you can come back and repeat that same thing and let Mr. So accept it. It's up to him. But as a liberal and the person who is running this show, I've distanced myself from the statement. Let me be specific. Not all of the statement. The specific statement that people can get cancer out of the drinking water, which you do not have any medical authority to speak on that. Because of that, I am this particular conversation is distancing themselves.
Don't just generalize the statement like that. I stay alive. I said the pipe is corrosive. Let me just elevate the conversation right now.
You examine the pipe?
No, I'm coming.
So no. This is if me for us to go over time, we will. They do examine the pipe. They do examine the pipe.
No, let me learn.
So, Dr. Mari,
this is my country. I'm not stranger in this country. Yeah.
What country?
The pipe. I'm not stranger to Liberia.
But we're not in Liberia.
No, but listen to me now. Let me learn, oh man. Let me learn. I'm not a sedition where you come into hijack me and crucify me.
If you're going to make a definitive statement, you're also going to have to tell us where you're coming.
I'm not going to agree with you. I've been in that country. I was ageable before I came into this country.
How ageable? 10 years old?
No. You can consult me behind closed door on that. The pipe.
Okay. You want to call it age?
The pipe They pipe in Liberia.
The woman got trouble there. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
The doctor.
according to the sources, all the African are kind in the country, I was told they get 3 ages. But who will talk that beyond so?
No, that
What
guy.
I'm saying-
You don't want immigration visit.
Oh, Lord. These guys,
and
my
Patrol,
goodness, Dr.
if
Joe.
you know you're not in that category, fear not. But here is the issue. The issue here, you know, I know, we all know. Since the war, that 14-year war, nobody even drank water in our country there, up to today. Now water, they say water is flowing. The maintenance alone is a problem. They get something they call lead.
right. You saw what happened in Michigan, yeah?
Okay? So, yeah, you brought something good. Are the water being tested? The managing director concealed that information from the mass of the people. And when they push it around now, before he said, oh, it's just a trial. Really? Really? There are some people in this government, to be frank with you, Laborer, they're not in the interest of President Bouaka. I'm telling you. Yes, their effort, they're trying, but I don't think they're in it. You see, the thing Colin just talked about the information minister. I'm a career media man. I went to school for it. I was told, I was in contact. They took me through tests and now guest business. And you're not on top of your information as an information minister, you will mess the government up. I'm telling you. That thing that man said, I didn't hear it, but Colin said it. When there's problem with your ministry, this is where the society aspect of the government come in. You meet the paper one-on-one. You don't even call before they tap that communication. You don't even take your problem. You don't even take your problem on public platform. You don't even do that. He's the information minister, and he start complaining, and the funding not coming. There's a problem with this guy. And Miss Pato, you will disagree with me, but the guy needs to take his exit now before he cause more damage.
Thank you.
And lastly, this Spoon TV, the people keep jumping on. Spoon is going to embarrass this government. The papa is supposed to stop all of them from going on Spoon TV now. Let it go to LBS. I'm telling you, trust me, Spoon TV will destroy this government, Pato. You won't believe it, but try, just wait. He's supposed to stop them now. Nobody go on Spoon TV anymore. And the communication now, the way it's going, they need to put the communication together.
Thank you.
They need to put it together.
Thank you.
And make use of LBS. That is fucking about Spoon TV. That trap soon.
Thank you.
Spoon TV is
Thank you. Let me go to Mr.
people.
So. Mr. So, as far as I'm concerned, Spoon TV is the best. Spoon TV making the people to work. Spoon TV is doing what it does to bring out the ill in the society. Let me go to Mr. So. Mr. So, give us your 2 second closing.
For 2 seconds. Yeah, I will do it 2 seconds. You see, it is sad. Dr. Mali, thank you so much. And folks, all the viewers, listeners, you're monitoring, you're seeing for yourself this guy, who he is, and how he goes about to sell news. It is sad. And June just said, Jeremy Pierre, I would never imagine seeing people like Moses Washington, the lady Maya Bouya, or Carlton Carpet, all of those great people to do that. You do it, you're out of job.
Right.
You're out of job. That's it. You the official spokesperson,
right?
And he is a professional, but this is what you get because he was one of those. In as much he was supporting them and the White House, he did not deport us the professionalism that is in him. He was one of those that was throwing all of these red leaves and this people do this. Nobody people will go against to fight against it. That sort of come on. That's not a person he's supposed to be. But you will be surprised. Your professor know the Buddha Baka, but you don't know the Joseph Baka that much. But some of these people, the train already left them. It's just a matter of time. I'll see you. Have a pleasant night.
Well, I hope you come back again tomorrow.
CEO.
Why are you leaving?
You gone?
Oh yeah.
Mr. So, why are you leaving? Who told you?
Supposed to
Why?
be-
Why?
Yeah, I'm in a meeting with ambassador, so I gotta get to my company.
Who
You
invited
know, I've been done that
you?
before. If you see me making a short statement, then that means I say I am meeting an ambassador, a diplomat. We're having a Zoom meeting right now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, with
CEO.
you and Terry Tabata.
Thank you. Terry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
CEO,
thank you very much. I want to say this publicly that nothing can stop me from supporting President Boka. No matter where he goes, I will go.
We respect
And
that.
if I say something even that he don't like, I will not stop supporting him because I support him from a divine place. I always say this. And it is from that place that my support for him will be constant. So I must say this, but when I see something that is not right, I will highlight it. And I'm not highlighting it because I don't like him. I'm highlighting it because I want him to see the need to address it or to find a way around it. That is what I'm doing because I'm an independent guy in as much as I support him. And all
Be
that.
careful. Be careful. We got all
No, I'm not part of the independent of FPR. Because I know Dr. Mali is he's trying to recruit, but I'm not going to be part of that. But however, something we said here about Amara Kone, that people are saying Amara Kone may not win election in Liberia. You can't say that. The ties are changing. The way people saw government is not how people see government like that. People are changing. The minds of the Liberians are changing. And you must not negate the fact that we got close to 35 to 30% of Muslim people in the country. They're plenty. All right? Amara would come from that base. He has established with him. Amara is a young guy. He don't come across like Lucini Kamara, who is a conservative, religious, Islamic leader. Amara don't come like that. He don't come like the likes of the late, or how you call him, Alhaji Kumar and other guy. Amara is a flexible guy. Amara can walk into a church. Amara can walk into a mosque. He don't even appear like a conservative, or religious Islamic leader. Amara is also resonating. His messages is resonating with the young people. And the young votes is huge in Liberia. Amara appear in our society like an intellectual. Liberians love intellectual. And what he pulled off during the election is already making him a formidable political voice in the Liberian society right now, whether you like it or not. So people need to leave from in that bubble of them thinking. First of all, look at the rosing. And something Mr. So said that Amara, that I think that Mr. So Dr. Mali, that Amara is a guy who, what he did during the election, anybody can do it. No. What he did, anybody couldn't do it. That is the reason why he's an exceptional character that is gaining the traction, political traction now in Liberia because of what he did. People saw his expose. And people say, oh, the man is, the man stole, you can't prove it. You get no proof whatsoever to show with evidences that Amara Kone stole money. You can provide scrimmages. You can show some level of things that you were not able to clearly prove that he was caught directly in corruption. I agree. What his name Molu said that Amara Kone was supposed to be audited. All right, but it was not clearly revealed that Amara never went through auditing. He was not found guilty of any corruption. As a matter of fact, the moment Amara came from here, I think in Kenya or somewhere, they gave him a walk. So what we need to understand here is that we cannot negate the fact that anybody in Liberia at a certain stage of their political career when they really decide to do the right thing, that they cannot be elevated to permanence. Whoever knew that Darius Dillon would have been the senator in Montserrat County today? Nobody thought that would have happened. But today, Darius Dillon is the senator, in Montserrat County. So it's possible. Lastly, my advice to President Booker is that he need to take charge. And if he allow, you always let us say there, I want to buy that. If he allow those people to put him in a bubble, like the way they put President, we are in a bubble. I'm sorry that it will be very detrimental for his government. And I want to agree with Dr. Mali on this, that if I were President Booker, I would stop my cabinet minister from going to Spoon TV. Because Spoon TV has changed. They are not going to go the way of the president. They have shown it on numerous occasions in recent time that they are changing, and they will change for the good. And every time you send your ministers on that platform, they will be entrapped, because Stanton is going to entrap them. He is good at that. He know how to get everything out of you. All right? You may smart. So President Booker, you see, when I go to Liberia, I do not charter big car with air condition, all those kind of things. When I go to Liberia, I go among the people. I ride the taxi with them. I ride the motorbike with them. So people who will be thinking, say, oh, I will see terror. So that is the reason why I know a lot about what's going on now in Liberia. How the people thinking. I can tell you how the people thinking about President Booker leadership. And you go up, you cannot. That was when I came from Liberia in 2021. I told the people, I say, President Weah will lose the election because the people thinking about President Booker, they're not thinking about Mr. Cummings. Because you sit in the taxi, you don't go in, you don't go to Liberia and go to Alagoon, or go to how you call it, palace, or the royal palace, and be thinking, say, you're going to sit down there and know what's going on in Liberia. No, that place, they are all considered the bubble. You're not going to get anything. You want to know what's going on in Liberia, sit in the taxi with the people, ride the can with them, ride the back of the motorcycle. Then you will know what's going on in Liberia. Go into the marketplaces. Do not go into the marketplaces like a journalist or like somebody from America. Go there like an ordinary person. Because the moment they see you, they will start to hide some information. But when you go like an ordinary person, they will talk like ordinary people. And there are information that you don't expect to know, you will know about it. That is the reason why when I came from Liberia, I said, oh, wait a minute. These people have just voted this man. And this is how they're thinking about his leadership. So what is this government really doing to tackle these things? Other guys go to Liberia, they go sit down in big hotel, lock themselves with air condition, internet, everything. And they're telling you about Liberia. What you know about what's going on in Liberia? You don't know anything. So I think President Booker need to come from out of that bubble that they're trying to put him in and make him think that, oh yeah, the people got you. Otherwise, I can tell him this, 6 months from now, if he don't address these common issues like the rights and other small things, 6 months from now, the protest that will come against him, he will not be able to continue. Thank you very much, Libra.
But Libra, before you close, let me ask one question. Let me just add one last stupid question here. And I want to be very sincere with you, Libra. You hearing me?
Yeah, we
hearing me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If election were held today in Liberia between CDC and the Pape, you think the Pape will win?
I plead the fifth.
I think he's still gonna win. To be honest with you, I think he's still gonna win, because what happened, what transpired, what occurred under President Weah has not changed. Will not change. What Liberian observed under President Weah know that they're not coming back. However, under President Bakai, yeah, things might be rocky right now, but Liberians are smart. The most likely thinking we got 4, 5, or 4 more years. Hopefully, and the people are very hopeful. Hopefully, President Bakai will turn things around. So Liberians have that extended hope, so to speak. Whereas President Weah have already spent or have already used all of his political capital. He has nothing left. And there's no way that he's going to sell himself other than what he is. And that's what defeated him. President Weah defeat has nothing to do with President Bakai to say that he was a good politician. Most people, and I said it before, and I'll continue to say, most of the vote President Bakai got to put him over the line were angry votes. People who were angry with President Weah, and those anger will not change, and they remain. Even there are people now, oh, we're sorry. No, people, if you were to bring the same situation today, because what happened under President Weah is still there. The evidence are still there. And in fact, there's more evidence now. So if you were to have an election today, knowing what Liberians know now under President Weah, I think President Weah will have still be defeated.
I'm asking this question today. I'm asking you the question because I talked with my mom today, right? And I asked her the same question. My mother was not for Unity Party, but they made President Weah to look so ugly to her, and she said, no, the man got to go. The man are footballer, he got to go. So I asked her, I said, hey, election ahead today. She said, oh, Weah will win. I said, why? This Oma is telling me she don't see the difference. Things have not improved. The hardship, especially when she went to pay some school fee for one of her last sons, that's why the whole thing came at. So, oh, I thought things were going to change a little bit. The rice price, the people are tracing their hand with the rice price right now. Some places is low, some places is 18, some places is 20. Okay, but her bottom line here was the cost thing, the pricing for things are stayed the same since we are left. That was her point of contention, yes.
But that's exactly the point you and Terry and Mr. So were making earlier. These are things that can be explained, but those who are close with these type of explanation are not doing so.
Yeah.
They are not telling Liberians what is happening.
The people.
And the information man here, they man, I don't know where they got their guy from. Being a press secretary or Madam Salif, it's not the same as being a minister of information. I'm telling you. Like Terry was saying, they're supposed to supply the man with information. No, Terry. That man's supposed to create mechanism for information to flow to him. But looking at he locked up somewhere.
Okay. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
I will say good night to all of you. Thank you very much. Dr. Jones, thank you very much. Again, folks, Samson to Labrador Public Radio. We want to thank all of you again tonight for this wonderful, wonderful show. We'll say good night to all of you because we're way over time here. And we'll be back again tomorrow where we will have to have some more information and some more conversation with you as well. Let's watch this as we take leave of you tonight. Good night, folks.
Gonna walk a rare, never your hand to blow. How dear, not see a cartoon. Sago, Sazo make a block of what the so Kawaka come, Mako, you consider. Bagum, what Lana, yet a dog is a cover, okay, the sugar to a boy. How, my name, good looking in the sugar. No matter where you were so this okay, the sugar to a coin. Okay, the sugar tomorrow. You know where you come to go. My way, I'm only the one who took a one to come back to you. My way, so it's a good. You can't move the one who are going to